The African Jesuit AIDS Network AJAN held its 2021 General Assembly from February 2nd through 6th at Russell House, Karen, Nairobi, Kenya. The theme of the assembly was Reshaping Our Common Mission for the Future, and its goal was to reflect upon and plan for the next 5 years. In attendance were 31 participants, among them directors and project coordinators from 14 Jesuit social centers across Africa. Joining the director and staff of AJAN Secretariat was the president of the Jesuit Conference of Africa and Madagascar, as well as a team of collaborators, trainers, and consultants. The Jesuits at St. Ignatius Community in Karen hosted most of the participants, while the others enjoyed their stay at Russell House, which is run by Donum Dei Sisters. Father Agbonhi and Mege Orobator celebrated Mass to kick off the assembly, delivering a powerful homily using the example of Simeon and Hannah, who waited all their lives to see Jesus, thus urging the AJAN fraternity to not tire until they see victory over HIV and AIDS in Africa. This story is found in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 2.
This is a very auspicious moment for AJAN. Close to almost 20 years of its existence, we are holding an assembly of AJAN, the partners, the centers, the field offices, coming together to do one thing only, to discern the will of God for AJAN as the work of the Society of Jesus committed to the ministry of supporting, accompanying, and advocating for people infected or affected by HIV and AIDS.
African Jesuit AIDS Network, the network putting together all the initiatives of Jesuit centers and projects dealing with HIV and AIDS in Africa and Madagascar.
The first 2 days were spent in training by experts in several fields, including HIV and AIDS programming, monitoring and evaluation, and coaching as an approach to organizational leadership. All of these stirred participants with fresh ideas and new ways of thinking. This also included exciting opportunities for questions and answers.
And so we started with day 1 and 2, which were capacity building sessions. And on day 1, we had the opportunity to invite some people to talk to us so that we can broaden our understanding of what is happening in the global space around HIV and AIDS, also around what are developments in terms of leadership and leadership development, and training, capacity building, and finally we were also able to begin to build our own internal capacity around monitoring and evaluation, which will prepare us adequately to be able to document our impact. On the second day, we were able to begin to focus on the centers, and so for day 2, our focus was on building the capacity of our centers.
The highlight of the assembly was the work done over the last 3 days to evaluate and update AJAN's strategic plan, the goal of which is to align the network's activities with its aspirations for the next 5 years. This process involved group discussions, from which presentations were made by the various teams.
Successful communication on established platforms, so those models we gather, the hub and the sport, so communication.
We achieved, like now the gap we are seeing in the families. You can look at it at the end of it, you are able to achieve.
Remember, there is what is ideal and what is feasible. You know how the provinces work, and the provinces and the priority of its members, the Jesuits. So what you may consider to be ideal may be run contrary to how the society works.
The participants were invited to express their hopes and desires for AJAN's next dimension and to give their views on how that transformation could take place. The The vision and mission statements of AJAN were re-examined and suggestions made with the network's mandate in deep consideration.
I've been able, as an Ignatian or Jesuit community of collaborators, we have been able to really just refine and make a concrete decision on what direction we want to take.
Ce qui est plus important dans ces plans stratégiques, c'est la manière dont nous allons rendre comme service, la manière dont nous permettons les gens.
So there have been productive days that we've built the capacity of one another with the help of an excellent team of facilitators. It's been a time of framing what we want to do in the next 5 years to maximize on the impact on the service that we render to God's people.
Je suis très contente de cette assemblée parce que non seulement il n'y a pas que eu l'évaluation, mais il y a eu aussi la formation des coordinateurs et des directeurs de projets par pays. Donc ça nous permet aussi de nous actualiser et de pouvoir améliorer nos performances en interne et être au service des personnes vulnérables, et spécialement les personnes vivant avec le VIH/SIDA. Merci.
It is not enough to discover or discern God's will. We also are compelled to embrace it and to do it with courage. Yes, we face challenges. Resources are dwindling. Attention is shifting from HIV and AIDS to other global pandemics and challenges. And there is generally a lethargy or fatigue among partners, collaborators, funders, donors, benefactors. Yet, AJAN must press on with courage.
And my expectation on this process was really to reshape our future mission as a network, so that we are able to really respond to the needs of our time today, as we noticed that our previous strategic plan ended December 2020, and so we needed another one, and this one was a bit particular because we wanted it to be more relevant to our needs today. Looking at the priority, the global priority in terms of public health, and the other one was to look at the challenges that the new coronavirus is brought to the humanity today, which is very, it has been very challenging in terms of care, treatment, and actually until today it's not yet done, but we can see clearly how it has been really impacting on people living with HIV. So we wanted also that our new strategic plan also looks into that and gets inspired from these challenges.
Avec cette semaine que je viens de faire avec d'autres jésuites, des collaborateurs jésuites à AJAN, c'est que j'ai remarqué qu'en fait, on a besoin de travailler en réseau. Non pas réseau point de vue financier, mais aussi point de vue technique, point de vue mise en exécution de nos projets. J'ai remarqué qu'on a besoin d'échanger beaucoup plus nos expériences. Par exemple, avec le projet pour l'agriculture que nous faisons à Bujumbura avec des femmes vulnérables de Bujumbura rural, j'ai vu qu'on fait la même chose à Chikuni Parish.
We've had very rich discussions, and the contribution I think were very relevant from the perspectives of the facilitators and the contributions from also the participants. And at the end of the day, I think though the work is not yet finalized completely, but we have made considerable steps towards a true vision of where we really needed to be.
Most urgent thing I may suggest that these conferences should be as regular as possible, at least 2 years.
I'm walking out of this assembly with these skills and motivated to continue serving the Kenya prisons within the Catholic Church in order to bring change among the young people and especially to help in reducing the spread of HIV.
We came to see how we can re-energize ourselves as a network, promote collaboration or deepen collaboration, as well as build more synergies for greater impact. It's for greater impact so that we may reach more people, we may serve more people, but also serve them in an impactful way. And what is so crucial for us is that this is a space and a place of listening to one another, a place of conversation, asking ourselves, what is God calling us now in the year 2021 and beyond? How does He want us to accomplish the mission that we have been entrusted with?
One of the greatest challenges we have as a network is how to link each other, communicating and linking each other. We are in various diverse parts of the continent as a network, but it's not easy sometimes to connect with other people in other parts of the continent.
I hope that in the 5 years to come, we will focus more on the issues with faith as the basis of all that we will do.
My expectations coming here were to be part of a rebirth and a new process, and I believe that at least that expectation has been met so far. What I was really hoping that we would really get into, of course, coming with my background, is this kind of youth agenda. So I'm very, very happy that so far it seems to be, and will continue to be, very high on AJAN's agenda. So I'm very hopeful that it's an exciting 5 years to come.
Bon, c'est vrai que moi j'aurais aimé que ce qu'on avait fait dans le passé, le plan stratégique passé, qu'on puisse l'avoir devant nous pour pouvoir voir réellement voir les activités qui ont été menées et ce qui n'a pas été mené, et maintenant essayer de réajuster. Mais bon, ce n'est pas le cas. Il m'a tout l'air que c'est encore un nouveau cas stratégique que nous sommes en train d'écrire. Et je pense que si on met l'accent réellement sur toutes les discussions que nous avons eues ici par rapport aux axes prioritaires, je pense que ça peut aller vraiment nous aider. Parce que je pense que le rôle d'AJAN, c'est vraiment un rôle de coordination pour pouvoir aider les structures à aller de l'avant, pour pouvoir aider les structures à travailler vraiment en réseau.
In his closing remarks, Father Roberto reminded all that we are on a common mission, Jesuits and lay collaborators alike, and encouraged all to give their best efforts towards the future success of AJAN. On the last evening of the gathering, Saturday, February 6th, the assembly shared a closing dinner, recollecting memories of their time together and inspired to return home and continue the work of AJAN.
We're grateful to God for all the provisions of life, grateful to Him for accompanying our process the last 5 years. And now we share communion, laughter, joy. So ask Him to bless us and bless the gifts before us. Bless the hands that have prepared for Christ our Lord. Amen.
Bidding farewell to the participants, Father Ismail Matambura, the director of AJAN, thanked everyone for attending and called on all of them to continue working at their highest standards to bring our mission for AJAN to life.
Encourage each and everyone to really continue doing what we are doing with passion and love, because what we want to see is that this strategic plan really helps us to, at the finish, to serve more our beneficiaries, to give them more joy, more purpose of life, and that will be our satisfaction in terms of objective. And so we want to see this to happen in the coming years. That will be we will have contributed to the reduction of poverty, to the reduction of suffering of our people, and that is our mission of the church, the mission of the Jesuit conference, the mission of the Society of Jesus, and we will be at that helping our Lord Jesus Christ really to attend to the needs of those who are most also we will be able to create a generation of young people who are really happy, who are involved in the development of themselves and the development of Africa and of the world and their families.
This is Caleb Mwamisi, Communication and Research Officer, African Jesuit AIDS Network.